Alright, hello everyone. We are live. I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
And we are Untitled Nerd Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux out of Hickson, Tennessee. And this is our live spoiler-filled review of Black Panther. We literally just got back from watching it. And just gonna be completely honest, if you have not seen the movie and do not want the film spoiled, leave now, because we are going to be discussing the plot in detail. We will talk about the ending. We will talk about the after credit scenes. We are going to be talking about a lot of stuff dealing with this movie. So if you don't want the movie spoiled, run away. Run away now. Okay, that's the only warning I'm giving. Anyway, so let's go the obvious
Okay, Bob
stuff.
Ryan.
Yeah, man, like seriously.
Yeah.
I'm just being completely honest. If you don't want the movie spoiled, run, because we're going to be talking spoilers in depth. Matter of fact, let me take just a quick second to I've already got it in the description, but I'm gonna just be cool about this and
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna make that kind of.
There you go. Yeah, perfect. Well, you need to slide it over off of you. Yeah. I have on a black shirt. You have on a white shirt, so put it over here.
Just so everybody knows. Okay, so we're talking about the movie now, and you've been warned. So first off, you've got the movie starts out at like back in '92. Well, first
it's a little flashback.
Yeah, it's a flashback. The movie has some amazing visuals.
Oh God!
Some of the best visuals of any Marvel movie I've ever seen. The colors are nice. The picture is nice.
Scenery.
The scenery is nice.
Oh man!
I like the.
I want to go visit Africa. I do, and see all the
It doesn't
beauty.
quite look like that with all the special high-speed bullet trains and stuff.
No, I'm talking about the outside and the waterfalls and shit like that. There was stuff really like that in Africa.
Yeah.
I want to see that. I know Lonnie's like, outside is a no-no.
Yeah, it is.
But I bet he'd go with me.
But yeah, you've got basically what has happened in this movie is you have T'Challa. He is, of course, Black Panther. His father
Was killed in Civil War, right?
Yeah, his father was killed in Civil War, and this movie takes place about a week after that.
Yes.
It's immediately after he is crowned king because his father's died. And, okay, so, like, back in the 90s, what was it, 92?
It was 92.
His
Father.
Father...
Who was Black Panther at the time.
Yes. Wait a minute.
Yeah, his father killed his brother. His father's brother. His father killed his own brother because he betrayed him.
Grandfather was there.
Huh?
Right?
What are you talking about? His grandfather was there.
No, never mind. You're right.
My
mind is like completely blown right now.
What crap?
Okay, but anyway, yeah. So his
basically, his brother had good intentions, but they went astray.
Yeah, and at the center of this movie is the fact that Wakanda is, of course, is like an African country, fictional. It isn't real. But they portray themselves as a third world country, very poor, like one of the poorest countries in the world. But what they don't know is that they are using like this hologram technology to completely shield their country from outside eyes, from satellite imagery, stuff like that. and they are actually the single most advanced, richest country in the entire world. But they are isolationist to where they don't.
Yes.
They don't help people. They don't let anybody know they have the technology. In the comic books, like they had a cure for cancer.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
All kinds of diseases. They had all kinds of things that they didn't share with other people.
Yeah.
The reason being, I'm sure,
like a little background of how all that happened and stuff, how they ended up with it. It's because they got all that other, what is that called?
Vibranium.
Yeah.
It is a metal. It's the same metal, just for reference, that Captain America's shield is made out of. That's where they got vibranium. It's basically indestructible. It has all these neat absorbent powers and stuff like that.
Devasso says, I won't be singing, so hey y'all.
Welcome, Devasso. So, but yeah, this metal is like more valuable than gold by far. It's just the most powerful, advanced metal in known existence. So they have it, and they're sitting on basically a mountain of it. They've been mining it for thousands of years, and in the words of Andy Serkis, the guy who played Claw, they barely just scratched the surface of what they have. So it becomes like a really hot black market item. There's this dude named Claw, and major spoiler here. Claw, Andy Serkis, who played Gollum in Lord of the Rings, he played Caesar in the new Planet of the Apes movies. He was, like, I guess, marketed as, like, the big villain of this movie. He was marketed, the huge villain. Oh my God, he's going to be major, da-da-da-da-da. He ends up getting killed by the real major villain about halfway through the film.
Right. Which was, like, one of the best plot twists ever.
Yeah.
Which I kind of saw it coming, but I didn't know, like, how he...
I thought he might get eliminated, but I didn't think he would be killed outright.
No, I figured he'd be killed outright, because I knew, you know, old dude, which was, you know, the brother's son that got killed.
What did they call him? Kill son of a...
I don't know. Regardless.
My brain does not absorb information from movies and TV shows. I have to watch them.
Important stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but regardless, you know, we didn't know his role, but you could tell he was a badass. And he was a renegade, and he was going to, you could just tell. When he stole that mask just because he was feeling it, you knew who the real brains of the operation was.
Killmonger. Yeah, so that was the case. Like, what really, I think, cemented him as a hardcore villain was, you know, he had the girlfriend, and whenever...
He shot her.
Yeah, whenever Claw, like, basically held her hostage with a gun to her head and was like, oh, you know, I'll kill her, I swear, if you come one step closer, I'll kill her. And dude just shoots his girlfriend right there. It's like, well, you don't have a hostage now, and then starts shooting him. It's like, dear God, dude. But he didn't seem to care.
No.
He had dreams.
He
Wasn't going to let no woman get in the way of my dreams.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, that was the moral of that story.
No one. And it's not even a woman. It's, I'm not going to I don't care. I don't have any attachments.
But there was, I mean, and this is what made a lot of people who are not into this particular thing or don't agree with the message. There's no way to avoid it. This movie had a crap ton of socio-political commentary.
Oh, yes.
That was really, you could almost tell it was like the purpose of the movie. And they did a great job of doing it.
I think they did wonderful on it.
Like, even your most, you know, bigoted, jerk-off racist could see a message in this movie. I would hope they would, anyway. And I'm sorry, and I've kind of got to go off on this. There, you know, we lost like 30 Man, and I have
No,
to
you
address
don't. We're doing a review. Can we just do the review without having to even talk about that? No, you don't have to talk about it. It has nothing to do with the movie, actually.
It is a huge part of the atmosphere of the movie.
No, the huge part of the atmosphere of the movie is when you have more, you need to help others. That's what that is. That was the main point of that movie.
Kinda, but you could also, and I will veer away from that topic, I guess, but you can actually see where they're coming from is not wanting to.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Because
they risk their safety.
They know for probably centuries that they have this technology and they've done a really good job of maintaining peace and guarding it as the world, for lack of a better description, falls apart around them.
Yeah.
And so they're like, hey, we're looking at everybody else being idiots all around us. Do we really want to give them all of this extra stuff?
Well, it's like they said, if it falls in the wrong hands,
yeah,
it's going to be bad. And I get that. They really just was protecting them, but not. You know what I mean? Because if it did get in the wrong hands, everything was going to be in a worse condition.
Yeah, and okay, so like back to kind of the plot of the movie. This dude basically, Killmonger, who is Black Panther's cousin, yeah. I'm really having a hard time with this whole family dynamic.
I don't know.
Even though family dynamic was at the very center of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his cousin. He basically comes out of nowhere. I guess he spends his whole life training and spends time in Afghanistan and Iraq, just, killing people. And
he had a little bump for every person he killed.
Yeah, and he was just totally
proud of
covered.
it too.
And he trains his entire life, really his entire adult life, to basically come back and kill T'Challa, Black Panther.
Right.
And he pretty much does.
I think he does anyway.
Kinda, yeah. And so he ends up becoming king and setting in motion a widespread attack to basically have Wakanda take over the entire globe.
Oh, yeah.
But, of course, they end up finding T'Challa's body. There was like one of their neighboring tribes.
It was the tribe that didn't join in.
Yeah, the one tribe that didn't. They end up finding his body.
We thought they were going to challenge him when he took the throne anyway. That was... Yeah.
So they end up, basically saving him. And, of course, there's like a small group of rebels, I guess, who kind of rise up, and then later in the movie, they end up getting with basically everybody that's against this new king gets together. They have a big battle, and it all works out. He ends up killing Killmonger, but as he dies, he kind of sees the light, so to speak. And so it all ends up working out. But it's really hard. Like, I would have to sit down and, honest to God, spend an hour talking about the intricate pieces of the plot.
Yeah.
To really make it, to give it that same emotional effect that you get while watching the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Really, the best way I can say anything about this movie is, go watch it. That's honestly, and it's...
Because we could explain it all day long, but it's still not as good.
You're not going to get it the same way as if you...
Going to see it is so much better.
Yeah, definitely. I want to give my rating.
There's so many rituals and everything that goes into it. And
the music was amazing.
Yes.
The visuals were amazing. The effects were amazing. They did a really good job of like recreating a healthy mix of like kind of prehistoric African culture mixed with the future. They did a really good blending of that, which is
awesome.
very, very true to the comic books.
Good deal.
I'm saying it's about 90% true to the comics. Of course, there's little details here and there that...
Before you rate it, what was your favorite scene?
Oh, God.
Dang. That was a loaded question.
I'm going to say my favorite scene really was at the beginning where they go to Korea and have the casino shootout.
That was good, yeah.
That was a really good, and that's really just because Andy Serkis, he just about steals the show.
He did,
and
really
everything
good.
He's in.
And that car chase, after when they got busted at the casino, that was really good. I really enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that. Every single ritual combat scene on the waterfall was top notch, amazing.
Oh my God, yes.
That was good. I really liked, and I'm not a big fan of like huge battles and busy, just fight. But the final battle in the movie where everybody's fighting each other and then it ends with basically the dude going up against his lover, girlfriend, and then once they realize they're fighting off against each other, he kneels and gives up to her. Yeah. Spoiler. Okay, so basically the two ritual combat scenes, the final battle scene at the end, and the casino battles, shootout, whatever scene. My top four. I'm not going to pick one. They were all equal to me.
Cool.
You? I could play that game too.
Okay. Well, I thought you was going to give it a rating after that, but I don't care.
No, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
We'll cross it when we get there. I like the waterfall scenes too. Not just being, it was really, that's gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
Imagery. I liked it when they buried them underneath the sand stuff, and they'd go talk to their ancestors.
Yeah,
that was really, really neat.
I think they could have done...
when they did it with the cousin, it almost made you feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
Well, he was a victim of circumstance, really.
He really was. And the way that, Black Panther's dad did him was sorry.
Left him there.
Yeah, left him. He was just a kid.
Yeah, but at the same time, he did it to maintain secrecy and not let everybody know that...
He could have took him and still maintained secrecy. That's crap. He could have took him and still maintained secrecy.
That is true, and I will say this. If Ned Stark can bring Jon Snow back under the guise of him being his bastard son, he could have brought Killmonger back. Yeah,
he sure could have.
True, absolutely.
He sure could have.
That's a pretty decent analogy.
And even when Black Panther gets under the, when they bury him under the snow and bring him back to life.
Yes.
He even called his dad out on it.
He did. He wasn't happy with it at all.
He sure did. He called him out on it and was like, no, it's not time for me to go. You left him, and you shouldn't have done that.
And I really
that was one of my favorite scenes, too.
I love the way the movie resolved, and that at the end they go before the United Nations. That was the first post-credit scene.
That was the first post-credit scene, yes.
They go before the United Nations, and he does it the right way. Of course, he doesn't wage war on the entire world like his cousin
was going to do.
Instead, he just goes before them and is like, okay, we're setting up this, research and development and scientific advisory council. He's invested in buildings in America, and they're setting up shop and sharing... Probably not going to give their weapons. Probably not going to give...
No, but
they're going to help.
share their knowledge.
Humanitarian aid, I think.
Yes, that's exactly it. You know, they're doing it in the same neighborhood that the cousin was in when his dad got killed.
Yeah.
Same building.
Yeah. Because she thought it was condemned or the city was going to tear it down. He was like, nope, we've bought it. We bought that one and we bought that building and we're going to turn this into something and you're going to be the head of science here. So,
boy, she was so excited. His sister.
Yeah. The movie, like I said, family is like at the forefront. Now, that was the first post-credit scene. Second post-credit scene really got me excited because you see that they've thawed out Bucky, who, if you saw at the end of Civil War, was frozen and taken to Wakanda. Well, they've thawed him out, and he looks like he's almost getting some down-to-earth rehabilitation, probably more mental rehabilitation at this point, more than anything. And
she asked how he was feeling.
Yeah. And did you almost get kind of a vibe like maybe they might be a thing? Maybe a little. No, she's just there to help.
Yeah, she's just there to help. Because she addressed him by his, surname. And he was like, Bucky.
Yeah.
And
he doesn't have his mechanical arm. He actually is in like a robe.
You've got a lot to learn. Come on.
Yeah.
So
he's already so mentally damaged.
Yeah.
And it's taken a lot of time to get out of that. I'm sure if he ever fully gets out of it. But I'm really looking for, because they make a point at the end of the movie to say, Black Panther will return in Infinity War, and we're just a couple of months away from that. I cannot wait till May. I'm very, very excited. I'm really hoping that over the next couple of months, maybe we can review most, if not all, the Marvel movies. It's going to be a task, but I think it's doable, and I really want to try.
We'll try. We'll see. We've got so many irons in the fire right now.
I know, but hey, I'm having fun. It's but yeah, the movie, I'm going to go ahead and rate this movie a solid 9 out of 10. There were some parts here and there that I thought were kind of slow, but right about the time you're like, oh God, I wish it'd pick up. It does pick up, and then boom, and next thing you know, 30 minutes have passed, and you're like, whoa, where'd the time go? And then it slows down a little bit. It's just pacing, and I'm sure that's normal, and I think part of it is the fact that over the last year or so, Marvel. Now, I've not seen Thor Ragnarok, and I've not seen Spider-Man Homecoming.
Right.
But between Ant-Man, a lot of the stuff, like in the Avengers movies, Captain America Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel has really leaned towards more of a comedy style of storytelling. And this movie, while it had its comic relief, was a lot more down-to-earth and a lot more... Serious. Really. And
which it was good. That's a good thing.
It was a good thing, but it caught me by surprise, and it just the tone seems kind of uneven through their movies. And I mean, I'm not complaining, because once I go back and watch them again, I'm sure it'll all fit together. But
right.
I'm pretty sure that Infinity War will have its funny parts, but Infinity War, I'm going to go ahead and say Infinity War is going to be a hell of a downer movie, because Infinity War and then the next Avengers movie is basically going to be a two-parter of the same big epic. And in the comic books, in Infinity War, Thanos, once he gets a hold of the Infinity Gauntlet, he snaps his fingers and erases half of every living being from existence. And half of he basically becomes God. And there's no way anybody can stop him. And they eventually trick him into becoming eternity. And when he becomes eternity, or maybe it's reality in general or something, But whenever he becomes that, he loses his physical form, and the gauntlet falls off.
Gotcha.
And then somebody else runs up and puts it on and fixes everything. And
that sounds awesome.
God only knows if that's the way it's going to go in the comic book. But also, Thanos is being played by Josh Brolin, who was the older brother in the Goonies, and is also playing Cable in the new Deadpool movie coming out. And when's Deadpool coming out?
May?
No. Seems like it's maybe
sure?
July.
I'm thinking it's May for real.
Because Infinity War is coming out in May as well.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong then. I don't know.
I'll look up Infinity. Which one are you looking up?
Deadpool.
Okay, I'm going to look up Infinity War. Okay, Infinity War is coming out May 4th.
Where is it? Okay.
All you got to do is type in Deadpool.
May 18th. Told you it's
Holy
coming out
crap!
May.
So Deadpool 2 is coming out 2 weeks after Infinity War.
The reason I know is because I've got a scheduled post about it.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, that's weird because it's coming out literally 2 weeks after the other. Mm-hmm. And I really do think that Infinity War is going to be our first peek at the X-Men and Fantastic Four coming into that universe. I've just got a feeling that we're going to get some kind of post-credit scene or something. We just got to see it.
Hopefully.
Got to see it. I don't know when all that's going to become finalized. They're going to be able to cross over characters and stuff. But I'm telling you, my number one hope is that they bring Jubilee in as like at least a somewhat major supporting character.
I know.
But anyway, what do you give not Deadpool? What do you give Black Panther?
I give it a 9. Oh, thanks, Mary, for saying May 18th. I didn't read the chat.
I had like completely logged out
too.
of YouTube when we were searching.
Regardless, I give it a 9. It wasn't a perfect 10. I don't know what would have made it a perfect 10, but just
has there been a perfect 10 Marvel movie for you yet? Like, where does this rank?
As far as like favorites?
Yeah. What is your favorite Marvel movie?
Probably Guardians.
2 or 1?
No, both.
I like 2 better than 1.
That's your opine. I really like 1. I don't know. I really like both. To me, I group those together.
Okay.
And then Deadpool. I really like Guardians.
Well, Deadpool doesn't count.
It's Marvel.
It's not Marvel Cinematic Universe.
It's Marvel. No, don't start that bullshit with me.
You got in one universe, canon together.
It's Marvel.
Avengers.
It's Marvel.
The Avengers,
Marvel.
Iron Man, Captain America,
I'm not listening to
Ant-Man.
that.
And then over
it's
here,
still Marvel.
it's Fox. But it's Marvel characters, but it's
a
Fox.
Marvel character, ain't it? No. Don't make it shit to me. It's still a Marvel character.
They don't tie it together at all.
It don't matter if it's part of the storyline. It's still a Marvel character.
I know. I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
it's Marvel.
It's
Marvel characters.
Okay.
It don't matter if it ties in with the universe or not.
All right. Anyway.
All those movies tying in together. It don't matter.
It is huge to me.
It doesn't matter at all. There's so many people who don't care that it ties in. Did you know that?
Well, Mary, she is right that he's Marvel.
But it's not a part of the storyline, Mary.
Marvel and Disney, up to just a few months ago, owned the Avengers, Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, Guardians of the Galaxy, them. And then Fox owned Fantastic Four, all the X-Men characters, and it was a whole other movie universe, not at all connected. And then Sony owned Spider-Man, Venom.
Keep explaining like I don't know.
I can't help it. Okay,
because
anyway.
I do know. Anyway. I don't know if Mary knows or not.
I know you know, you just don't care.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't care. Marvel characters are Marvel characters are Marvel characters are Marvel characters. Whether they interact with each other or not, they're still Marvel characters.
it was funny because there was a time back before I knew better, and X-Men came out.
Yes.
And then Iron Man came out. And
by
what?
the way,
like,
I love the X-Men movies.
Iron Man came out like 2004, 2005, something like that. And when Iron Man came out, I was like, holy crap. I cannot wait till they team up with the X-Men. And then I was like, why haven't they done any of this? And so about a year or two later, like maybe 2009 or something, I just so happened to run across an article, and it was almost like they wrote it to me. And it was like, why are the X-Men and Avengers not interacting? And it explained who owned what. And I was like, no. And then I joined that ever-growing chorus of fans that were like, why doesn't Fox just give the X-Men back to Disney or Marvel at the time? And then Disney started buying up everything in existence and made it a reality. Thank you, Disney, because it's going to be big time. But anyway, we need to go ahead and wrap up because we have gone way past.
We could talk about this kind of stuff forever.
Yeah, I mean, we probably will make a video specific to it. But anyway, this has been our live review of Black Panther, which was an amazing movie. Did some great stuff. So anyway, I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
And we are Untitled Nerd Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux out of Hickson, Tennessee, where I actually stopped and got some comic books tonight. And I'm so very thrilled. I'm going to finally be caught up on Generation X. Anyway, everybody have a good rest of the night, and we'll be on probably doing something tomorrow evening. It's a surprise. Everybody have a good rest of the night. We'll see everybody tomorrow.